Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Dean Rogers. Welcome back. I can't wait to talk to you guys today about Friends with Benefits. That's right, you heard me right. We have our Friends with Benefits program, and it is one of the most exciting parts of our business as we've done over $1 million in revenue. And today, I want to tell you how we did it. Let's go. All right, today I'm going to unravel and talk to you about the Friends with Benefits program within our business, and I can't wait to share all the juicy details about how we do it and how we're increasing the amount of revenue and business we do in it. Before we get started, if you could hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, let YouTube know that you want some more, and we'd greatly appreciate it for the channel. So what is all this talk about Friends with Benefits? Well, in our business, what it is a term that I coined that specifically talks about doing JV deals with other wholesalers, investors, and realtors. Now, over the years, as we have really broadened and focused on reaching out and helping others in the community, that has really come back tenfold in many blessings, and that has come in the form of people bringing deals to us asking for help. Now, this has come to us in all different shapes and sizes and different forms, from new to experienced and everywhere in between, whether you're a wholesaler, realtor, or investor. So how this all started, like most things, is finding success and doing it and then repeating it. So for us, where this has happened is several years back, we went on social media and started posting about how we were winning and how we were doing that. And people recognize that, and then naturally they want to reach out to you and find out more about it. They either want to kind of feel like they're a part of the journey, or they want to participate in some of that success and wins as well. So I really found the more that I was posting and talking about the deals that we were doing, the more that people wanted to get involved one way or another. Now, what that resulted in is people coming to us looking for help. Now, naturally, we're busy running around chasing our own deals, but I always felt, especially in recent years, that the more value I can help other people, the world and God has a way of aligning things, and the law of attraction brings that back to you. So why wouldn't I want to help someone else out? As we did that, people realized that we could add a ton of value to help them not only put the deal together, but also make sure that they earned the most amount of money as possible. If you think about it, if you had someone that was an expert in a certain area and could take you by the hand and take you across the finish line and make sure that you not only got the deal done, but you made as much money as possible, wouldn't you want to do that? So now at this point, time and time again, we continue to work with other people, which is typically referred to as a joint venture in our local market. And that deal, those deals can look in many different flavors, but generally speaking, at the end of the day, we like to control the whole process as much as possible because we have a full team that's competent and efficient in the process, and we'll see that deal through to the end until there's a payday, and then we split the deal 50-50. All right, so let me bring you over here and show you more about what Friends with Benefits is all about. All right, so starting with our team from left to right, we've got myself, yours truly on the far left. We've got my business partner, Lewis, right next to me. Our main acquisitions manager, Alon, right there in the middle. We've got in the front, Alan, who is our marketing guy. And then we've got Angel, our leads manager, in the back, number one up in the air. And we've got Tawny, our office manager. So this is our full team at the moment of shooting this video. And we work our tails off to work through these leads, put these deals together, and see them through to the finish line. Now, we have overcome a ton of different obstacles in so many of these deals that we are really seasoned and scars on our back, literally, of working through these deals and overcoming different hurdles that we've encountered. And that has just made us better and better as we work through these different properties. So what that does for you is gives you the confidence that you're working with an experienced, seasoned investor who understands the ins and outs, okay? We have flipped hundreds of houses. We have wholesaled hundreds of houses. We have a pretty respectable size real estate rental portfolio, and we just like working hard. We like working our tails off, and we like putting deals together. We love working with other people and adding value to them. So this is the full team. Together, we're always working and collaborating together to do whatever it takes to get the deal done. So this is the team that you get behind you, supporting you if you do work with us with the Friends with Benefits program, and know that you've got people that are going to have your back and make sure we do as much as we can to maximize that lead and that deal. All right, next I want to talk to you about marketing. And why is this important? We're talking about the Friends with Benefits program. Well, I think it's important for you to understand the marketing that we're doing so you can understand what we look like and appear in front of sellers. Now, when it comes to speaking with a seller, a big part of putting the deal together is actually establishing a relationship, building rapport, and a lot of that has to do with your credibility as well. If they don't feel confident that you know what you're doing, that you're going to get the deal done, sometimes that can be a deal killer right there and prevent you from moving forward. But if you give them the warm, fuzzy feeling and make them feel like you know what you're doing, you're going to get the deal done, get them the money that they're looking for, well, then that's a lot better chance to put a deal together. So to talk about some of this marketing here, essentially what the picture I'm looking to paint is we're pretty much doing all forms of marketing. So when it comes to a seller, there's a good chance that if you're speaking to them, we may have already been in front of them in one way or another, whether it's the TV ads that we do, whether it's the online marketing that we're doing, or the direct mail postcards they might be receiving from us, having already received a cold call from someone on our team, or maybe it's someone like yourself who has already spoken with them and now we've become in contact with them and working the deal together. At the end of the day, being able to show a seller that, hey, look, we're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. We're on TV. We have different ads. Hey, by the way, look at all these reviews that we have online from other sellers who have sold us their property. What that does is checks the box of feeling confident that they're working with a professional and that the chances of the deal going through are much higher. So anytime we're working a lead or a deal, we're going to utilize that confidence that we come to the table with to try to put that together and use that as part of a negotiating tactic. All right, here's an example of us doing a TV ad that might pop up right in front of the seller as you might be walking through their property, which, funny enough, has happened to other investors, and they've reached out to me after the fact to say, yo, man, your commercial came up while I was walking this appointment. Why'd you got to do that to me? And naturally, again, that's going to give us credibility as we're talking to these sellers and make them feel confident that we're a professional. It gives us that instant celebrity status and makes the seller feel comfortable, and sounds funny, but almost makes them feel like they're getting an opportunity to work with us. So kind of an interesting psychological play there, and to kind of think through that. But at the end of the day, we're coming to the table with that credibility. All right, now the Friends with Benefits program, as I've talked about, is the term that I coined, which has been really fun. You can see the shirt here. And this has been really fun for us. So whenever we close a deal with someone for the first time, we'll send them out some swag. We'll send them a t-shirt, Friends with Benefits. We'll send them a Yeti coffee mug so that they can drink that every day. And it just solidifies the fact that we did a deal together and we're here to create that relationship with them. So for us, that's important to solidify ourselves that, hey, we appreciate you. We want to do more business with you, and let's keep winning together. So here's a breakdown of what the Friends with Benefits program looks like. As I mentioned, we can either take a brand new, fresh, qualified lead from a wholesaler, a realtor, or an investor, or we can take a deal that's already been signed and under contract and take it from there. If it is a brand new, fresh, qualified lead, we'll start with evaluating the lead right out the gate. We'll give confidence on what the numbers are from ARV to repairs to what the purchase price should be to be a good deal. We'll also then contact the seller. We'll go on the appointment. We'll negotiate the deal. We'll get it under contract, but it doesn't stop there. We also complete the deal out where we'll find the buyer. We'll sell it for top dollar. We feel confident in that. We'll handle the whole escrow process, which inevitably has bumps and hiccups and hurdles to overcome through escrow. We handle all that whole process and all the communication. And ultimately, as the person who brought this to us for the Friends with Benefits program, you get paid more for doing less work. Think about that. You get the confidence that we're going to negotiate the best deal. We're going to sell it for the most money while you do none of the effort. All you had to do is show up with a qualified lead and you get 50% of the profit. Now that's a smoking hot, sexy deal. And that works for both new investors, wholesalers, realtors, as well as experienced. If you are an experienced wholesaler, investor, or realtor, and you have a deal that you've come across, you can automate your business by creating a marketing machine that you pay, you get leads, send to us, sit back and watch that return on your investment. So it takes out you having to hire many people, managing these different leads, following up with them, having to deal with putting a contract together, selling the property, handling escrow, just all the ins and outs of putting a deal together. So for you, you can make more money doing less. Now, if you ask me, that's pretty damn sexy. Now imagine if you're a realtor. If you're a realtor watching this and thinking through, well, how does this apply to me? I usually get paid a commission. Well, if you're a realtor, you might bring us a deal and might be experienced with investors, allowing you to represent them as the buyer's agent, as you're also representing the seller as the listing agent. Or you might just have an off-market deal you came across, and again, you're thinking, well, I can only represent them as the buyer's agent, and maybe I'll list it for them when they resell it. Well, in this case, we eliminate all that. We make it really simplified, just like wholesalers and other investors. So what we'll do, realtor brings us a lead, we'll handle it from start to finish, and we'll pay them out 50-50. So as a realtor, instead of getting a smaller portion of the pie as a commission, you can get half of the pie with 50% of the profit. Now that's pretty sexy. So naturally, you might not believe me unless I showed some real examples. So here's some just from this past year we closed out, just to throw up some of the exciting numbers. Now, keep in mind, this is just 50% of the profit, okay? Would you like to get 50% of the profit and make $25,000, $40,000, $32,000? I think the answer for everyone is pretty much yes. And again, consider the fact that you pretty much did none of the work. We handled the whole process. We maximized the most potential out of that lead, getting the top dollar when we sold it, and then we saw it through to the finish line. Now, the example down below, just to be clear, $165,000, that was a wire sent to our bank account before we split it. I had to wire the wire to the wholesaler at the time was too large. I had to split it into two chunks when I sent them their portion. But $165,000, it was a net profit deal of like $122,000 that we split. We both made just over $60,000, which was a super sweet deal. Some people might be questioning and wondering, well, why are they any different? Why are they able to sell it for much more than what I'd be able to do? I can promise you right now, we've spent years working on getting the top buyers. Now, this isn't some magic pill or some special list that we went and looked at online. We did this through just your plain old, good old fashioned handshaking, phone calling of different people, word of mouth that's built. And naturally, if we create a consistent experience for these buyers, people start talking. And that's exactly what's happened. We have a tremendous amount of mom and pop investors who are willing to put in some extra effort to make the numbers work on these deals. And it's not like these deals are just crazy numbers. These are repeat buyers that continue to come back and need and want more deals. And we've got just what they're looking for. A property that we're selling top dollar. Now, again, how have we created an environment where these buyers are so hungry for our deals? Well, let me tell you exactly how we've done that. First and foremost, it's important we've created a consistent experience for our buyers. I've seen a lot of new and even experienced investors that will go out and they will maybe send out a deal to a couple people, or they'll send out some inconsistent information. And at the end of the day, the buyer on the other side is getting an inconsistent experience when working with that investor. What I have certainly found over the years is by having a consistent experience where they can expect that I'm going to send out a property and I'm going to have certain information detailed out, and I'm going to be providing pictures if they're available, and the expectations that are going to be set when it comes to how that deal is going to go down, then they are very prepared and ready to take action because they know exactly what they're getting into. And for that matter, they know and trust us that we have the deal, it's ready to be purchased, and if they are prepared and ready, then they're going to take action. The next part of the equation is to create urgency. Now, it has almost worked out to do it all on itself because these deals, we reverse engineer on every single one and know what our investors are willing to pay. Now, in this case, when we send a deal out, we usually hit the number right on the mark and have people calling us within minutes. So the urgency is there already on its own. But again, a lot of that urgency has been created through that consistent experience where they know that I'm not only going to send a deal that's going to work for them, but that it's going to sell quickly because the fact the numbers are good. So they know they need to act quickly, they need to call quickly. And as a result of that, the other buyers who are calling after the fact it's been sold, they find out, well, shoot, it already sold, it went quick, I need to call and take action faster next time. So what that just does is creates the feeling and the sense of urgency within that buyer that they got to take action quick, because chances are within minutes or an hour, that property that I sent out has already been sold. Next here is to set clear expectations. Whenever I speak to a buyer, I make it very clear what my expectations are when we're going to move forward and what I'm going to expect of them and how they're going to perform and what they are or are not going to be able to do during the escrow process. What that does is sets the tone, makes them understand that I know what we're doing, and makes them understand that they need to focus on closing and get it done without monkeying around or trying to pull a fast one on us. Naturally, that's going to create a much higher chance of us closing the deal without any hiccups or issues along the way, and make sure that we're going to get the deal done. And lastly, to kind of wrap it all together, is to control the process. The more of the pieces of the puzzle that you have a control of and are moving around yourself, the more likely that you're going to have a clear expectation of what the end result's going to be, and a consistent expectation of what that end result's going to be. So for us, you can see here, this is an example of what it looks like when we send a property out. This is the format for every single property that we send out. And as a form of flattery, and I do appreciate this because it helps all of us, I've noticed that essentially everybody in our community and our local market where I'm investing, that everybody has pretty much used the same template, which is great. Again, what that has done is create a consistent experience for not only us, but for those new investors and for all the buyers out there looking for properties, and helps create an easier process for purchasing these off-market properties. At the end of the day, what this all means is if you bring us a deal, we work these deals very hard. We make sure to get them sold for top dollar and maximize the return for all of us. Now, something else I'm working on, if you guys are interested, is a YouTube channel. If you're watching this video, chances are it's on YouTube, and that's exactly what I started recently, is a YouTube channel to bring more content, more value to people that are just getting started or experience, and to really talk about what we're doing to find success in our business. Now, the Friends with Benefits program just this past year has done over $1 million in revenue. Now, that's a pretty awesome business model to be repeated, to be scaled, and we're just extremely excited about the results that we've gotten and the people that we've been able to work with. We're working with some awesome people, and we've been able to impact their lives. They've been able to impact our lives, and all in all, we're winning together. So what you'll find on the YouTube channel, if you subscribe to it, which I hope you do, is a lot of content focused around what we're doing and talking about the deals that we're doing and what takes place in those deals, because there's almost no deal without problems, and it's your ability to take those problems on and quickly solve them that allows you to make more money. So if you come across a deal where you've got an issue, I hope that you find some inspiration in some of the videos to know that you can overcome it and still win on the other side. All right, everybody, that wraps things up. I hope this was helpful for you to understand more about what we're doing with our Friends with Benefits program. Now, if you're somebody that is working in Central California, intimately known as the Central Valley, that's where we do our real estate investing. And if you are interested in doing a deal with us, whether you're a wholesaler, a realtor, investor, or you're just on the sidelines looking to get in the game and come across a lead, please reach out to us. Go to my Instagram, search Dean Rogers Real Estate, send me a DM, and I'd love to connect with you and find a way that we can win together. If you guys have any questions or want to stay in contact with us, shoot us a comment in the video. Would love to talk with you and see how we can help you win more in your business. Until next time, get after it. Go get it. Let's go, baby. Peace.